don't start the clock. We're 12 years into No Child Left Behind, which was the legacy of George W. Bush. I know my old campaign manager, Dan Levin, said, don't talk about George W. Bush anymore. But here we are, and most schools in America technically are called failing schools, but that's not necessarily the case. It really isn't the case. So we need to not get distracted by what, on a national level, people trying to take this big, big chunk of money they never could get their hands on before and come up with reasons to privatize education. So, locally, we have a couple other issues. We are a hybrid district. So our Board of Education, which is 9 elected members, we have no control over personnel, and we have no control over curriculum. With that being the case, I feel that the 3 biggest issues with public education in Jersey City are: 1, too little authority for site-based decision-making at the schools. 2, too many layers of administration. 3, too much finger-pointing. We need to come out of our respective corners not fighting, but fixed. Each group needs to come out with their solution for which part of the problem they're going to help solve.
That's right.
Right. So, success in public education is not a limited commodity. I hear a lot, well, if that child got it and that school got it, they must have taken it from someplace else. That's not the way it works. We can lift the tide here and bring everybody to a higher level. And best practices are the way to do that. This year, I couldn't emphasize enough best practices. I was fortunate enough to be raised by generations of great educators, primary through college. And with that kind of experience, when I was in this community and I was told my daughter's kindergarten would have probably 25 children, I thought, all right, well, 3 years before school started, I helped start the Learning Community Charter School. It's unionized. And best practices include things like teaching comes from the teachers. So we don't, in small administrative staff, very empowered teaching staff. Things like scaffolding, critical thinking, reading and writing across the curriculum. Taking team teaching and asking the teachers in the school, what do you need? Do you need 4 more bosses, or would you like a couple assistants, and would you like to help develop what you know works when your child's in 1st grade? What do they need? What's missing when your child gets to 4th grade? These types of interactions in a school are what make them successful and what make the children learn. Also, teaching begins at home. Everyone said that. I say it happens before conception. Everybody needs to have 50 books in their house. I don't care if it's joke books. 50 books, a couple dictionaries, encyclopedias, thesaurus. We have to have those books in our homes. It does not cost a lot. Every family in Jersey City needs a little reference library because you and your children can sit down and look at these things. A lot of inner city children come with very small vocabularies. They've never heard full sentences, lots of complicated words. They don't actually have to speak them, they just have to be exposed to them all the time. So even if you don't understand what the textbook on physics is, I don't know, read a couple chapters of it. You never know who your child might grow up to be one day. So I didn't mean to have a half of my minute taken away by blaming George Bush for this. Don't I get like a 30-second?
Well, we know you, Carol. Carol could be here
all
all night.
Right. So I believe in helping to turn where we are into where we want to be. That's our final frontier. That's all we've got left, right? Here we are. Let's really maximize our children's potential and our potential. We can all work together and do this. Thank you so much.
Thank you,